Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Connect and Collaborate White Sands Self-Care. Appreciate you bearing with me. I know we were supposed to have Dr. Sherry Bainbridge on a couple days ago. We will have her on Monday, but I am doing much better. I just needed some rest. So moving on, I would like you to meet another fantastic lady, Darlene Sorensen. She is the founder and owner of 2BHealthy. I met her a few months ago. She's out here in Missouri, in Ava, Missouri, I believe. And the one thing I really love about her is her whole passion to help others and educate them, motivate them when you're talking about, living a healthier lifestyle and being healthier, trying to stay out of the doctor's offices. Doctors, medicine, they all have their place, but the more we can stay out of that and do things naturally. So me and her really, I think, kind of clicked and aligned on that, because I am a big believer. Most biggest medicine I take is like Zyrtec. So, for allergies every now and then. Otherwise, I always try to figure out natural things. But she goes a little farther than that. These are actually natural products that activate, the body's natural ability to heal. And a lot of people don't realize that we have that natural ability for your body to heal. So that being said, I would love for you to meet Darlene Sorensen. And Darlene, if you could tell everybody a little bit how you got started in that, because not everybody, goes down that path. What motivated you to start the 2BHealthy?
Okay, well, thank you. And first, I also want to say thank you. I love what you do. I love your passion. I love how you help others, that you're yourself a motivator and an encourager. And so I really appreciate what you do. You reached out to me originally, and I just automatically had this kindred spirit before we ever met. And I loved when we sat down and had lunch. I knew it was going to be the way it was. And so I enjoy any time we're texting or anything. So 2BHealthy. I came up with that name a long time ago because, first of all, I'm a pastor's wife. I do a lot of just counseling with people as a pastor's wife. That just comes naturally as a pastor's wife, people reaching out for prayer and that type of thing. I had a couple other businesses, but and while I'm doing one of them is architecture. And while I'm sitting there drawing, I'm actually listening to lectures, and probably 99% of them are health. So have for years, 20 years. So I've got a lot of information, but I personally, physically am allergic just about to every medication. So I've always had to find a natural route, a natural option. And we've tried to eat healthy and do all of those right things. But personally, I felt like I was in a canoe heading downstream. There's a waterfall ahead of me. If you can picture that, I'm in that boat paddling as hard as I can, doing everything I know to do, but I'm still losing ground. And so one morning I was in my dining room, and I was crying out to the Lord and asking him for some help. My husband had been awake. He had fallen, taken a bad fall, and he was having some severe problems. So for 4 nights we were up. I was crying out to the Lord, asking for some direction, when my phone rang. This gentleman cold called me from Canada, of all places. And he said, "Are you interested in health?" Well, I felt like God was calling me direct from heaven. And I said, "What do you have?" He sent me a video, and I shared that video with you. And,
Yes,
I'd love to share it with anybody, because what it did, it changed our life. I signed up, I ordered, and now I share that with everyone, because everyone deserves to know that there is something all natural. I've got a little packet here, just this one little tablet. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's a tablet. It's 5 herbs. It's incredible. And every mammal in the world should be taking this, because what it does, it switches back on your own body to create its own survival genes that are going to lower all the inflammation in every cell in your body by 40% in 30 days, 70% in 90 days. That's just incredible with 5 herbs. It's so simple to take. People think you have to change everything. And when you start to feel healthy, you do want to change more things. But when you're heading towards that waterfall, if you will,
Mhm.
you need something. And this was that lifeline from the shore that pulled us over. And we've been taking it ever since then for probably about 4 years now, but there's other things also. So my passion, my goal is to tell people that there's something so simple. There's a lot of you who are life coaches and you spend your whole life helping people. And when you can give them a tool so simple that they can help themselves, because there's everything you can be doing, but our world is so toxic right now. Just since the 1920s, there's been over 80,000 chemicals introduced in our society. We're inundated every day through the air, the water, the food. Little babies just being born who have never eaten outside of the womb, or are born with hundreds, if not thousands, in several cases, that are full of chemicals already. I was talking to a medical doctor the other day, and she said, I cannot believe the epidemic of brain tumors in little children right now. And so every disease known to man or your four-legged pet are because of inflammation. Inflammation is the cause of every disease, because if you think about inflammation is your house on fire. When your house is on fire, you're not going to go in and start tearing out sheetrock or putting new carpet down. You've got to get the fire down. And so if you want to live well, you have to fix the cell. And that's what this does. So simple, 5 herbs. So
Yeah, and there's a lot of different, natural products out there, and that's why I like it. And the reason I like the whole range of them is a lot of them do, some of them do a lot of the same thing, but a little bit different. And not everything works for, because we're individuals for a reason. So, sometimes what things work for me doesn't work for someone else. But I love having that ability to have something so simple that can help someone. Because like you said, when someone says, when you get told, oh, you got to change this, you got to stop eating that, stop doing it, you feel like you just got everything pulled from you that you enjoy in life. And most people just kind of basically say, screw it, for lack of better terms, just, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But when there's something simple and you can keep doing those kind of things and live the life or eat or do, you sure, like you said, we make fine adjustments, because the more you start feeling healthier, the more you start wanting to do kind of like different things. You can kind of get out of that mode, but it doesn't have to be like a wall that smacks you in the face that says, you got to stop everything, unless you're at that point, something with your health is so detrimentally wrong that you need to, some people need to make extreme changes because they've let things go for so long. But I love it. I think it's a good thing, especially because I think that's a part of another problem. I think too many people wait until something's wrong, and we're always working hard to try and fix it. Why not support it from the beginning? Like you said with the pets, it's kind of like Cosequin. Don't wait till your dog's or collagen. It's don't wait till you're limping or you're doing this to help, fix the joints. Keep them lubricated from day one, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, bodily, we don't even know we've got something going on until it's like 60% strong in our body before we're even starting to see any symptoms. And so a lot of times it has gained a lot of ground. So it is a lot of backpedaling, unfortunately. But yeah.
And I think that's a lot when people notice more is they may take something and they may not necessarily feel a difference, or they may think it doesn't work for them. But then when they stop taking for a while, if you're paying attention to your body and what you're doing, and I say if, because a lot of times we just say, oh, well, I'm getting older, I'm doing this. You make excuses, and it's not, it's your body's trying to tell you something's going wrong or something's changing, but we're not paying attention to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you can take a 5 herb and it's going, if you think about a cell, and that cell can become 40% less toxic in 30 days. Activation is different than supplementation. I just want to make that footnote.
Sure.
Supplementation is something that comes along that you're adding, and then your body's using that. Well, even that can become toxic. If you take too much or not enough, it's not going to help you. But activation with these 5 herbs, the way they're put together, there's 31 peer-reviewed studies just on this one product, 7 patents, but it's going to switch your own survival genes back on in your body. Your body's going to start creating more of them yourself. Now, the incredible thing about that is like when that house is on fire and you get the fire down, your body remembers where to go, and it remembers what to do when it gets there. So when it gets to this one room, it knows it needs this work done. It just might need repainting, but your body is going to go to the worst scenario first, and that's what it's going to work on, because our bodies are so incredible, and they're constantly wanting to heal, get that homeostasis. And so when we can do that, when we can get the inflammation down, your body knows where to go and what to do, and it remembers how to do it. And wow, that's so wonderful. So if you're not feeling like, if you can even get out and take a walk and you're starting feeling well enough just to take a few steps, that's that first step of recovering. So
yeah, Darlene, maybe you can share with us maybe what has been your experience with it, or what has it done for you?
Okay. Oh boy. I have a lot of other people that I like to talk about besides myself, but I have
but I know you take it yourself as well. So there's got to be something that you've noticed that it's helped you with yourself as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I had I had a laundry list. You know, I had so much chronic pain in my joints. I would just toss and turn all night long. I had a shoulder injury from, boy, when I was in my 20s. I'm 65 right now. And that hurt me to even lay on that side all the time. I had very limited things that I could do. I couldn't definitely mow the lawn or do anything like that. A lot of my gut issues, I had different things changing within my body, things that shouldn't be there, if you will, you know, like a tumor coming or something like that. And so all of those things started moving backwards and correcting themselves. I actually, last winter, we had a big snowstorm. I went out and shoveled for 4 hours straight, wondering, oh my goodness, what is that going to do to me? And I didn't have any problems at all. And I was so excited about that, because for so long I was limiting mentally what I could do, and limiting my life. And now, you know, I wrote down a couple things here, because the name that I came up with was 2BHealthy, to be able to fulfill your dreams and to set new goals and to spend time with your grandchildren and to climb new mountains. So one little testimony of a couple that she had severe rheumatoid arthritis. He actually had been bedridden, actually spent his days on the couch, could hardly get to the bathroom and back again. And just being activated. They were mountain climbers years earlier. They're back climbing mountains, both of them now, like in Nepal. I'm not talking about like the Ozark Hills where I live. We're climbing real mountains. And when you can do something that's all natural, again, the different with activation, if I'm gonna eat 500 oranges today, okay, that one tablet I showed you, those 500 oranges is going to help your body fight 1 million free radicals for that day. But if you take this one 5-herb tablet and your body is switched on, it fights 1 million free radicals a second, of every minute of every hour of every day. And your body is just running that lean and that clean. And there's nothing else like that. So 400 cups of blueberries, or, you know, there's so many things that you can relate it to, but it's just 5 herbs and a little tablet, and it's so simple. So I know a lot of you listening probably coach people and help people, and that's your goal. And I'm so excited, and thank you for doing that, because it's so important. There can't be enough people out there encouraging other people to get your life back and to have your health. So I want to come alongside of you and just encourage you and help you and give you another tool for your tool belt to be able to help your people and help them be the best that they can be, and help to be the best coach that you can be. Because before that, I was helping people. I had people call me all the time, because I even make my own toothpaste because of the carcinogens that are in toothpaste. I make my own salves, tinctures, all of those things. And I had a lot of people calling me, but now I feel like I've got something that that everybody deserves to take. And that's why I do what I do.
Thank you. And yeah, I really appreciate that. And I think you can't have too many tools in your tool belt. You know, you'll have something that fits somebody or that can help support somebody. And I really look forward to, especially since we're here kind of in the same area. You're in Ava, I'm in Fairgrove, but when I start having the meetings, I'm shooting for next month, the local meetings once a month, you know, for you to be there where we can talk to people and you know, help support people even more and just continue to build this self-care community. So Darlene, tell us, just to end things here, but tell us how was the best way for them to get a hold of you.
Okay, so it's Darlene Sorensen on Facebook. I have my 2BHealthy site also, but to be honest, you know, I'm a goal setter. I teach goal setting also. I used to do strategic planning in corporate settings and do a lot of individual leadership within organizations. And so I'm big on goal setting and simplifying things. So my 2BHealthy and then my personal page were like fighting all the time for time. I thought I'd simplify. And so there's some posts on my 2BHealthy, but on my Darlene Sorensen, you can get on there and I try to post somewhat regular and just message me. So I'd love to hear from you and send you that short video that I like to share that I originally saw. And I'd love to be able to contact you. And you message me, I'll give you my number and we can talk. And so I just want to make when Laura wasn't feeling good, I contacted her and I said, so what are you doing? Because I love to learn, just like all of you out there. We never stop learning. I don't want to stop learning till I die. And one of my goals is to learn something new every day. And so I contacted Laura and said, okay, now what's in your war chest? What are you doing? And she had this big long list. I'm doing this. And I was so proud of her. So
that was when I had my sinus infection, which I had before I got this stomach thing. But and I think a lot of that had to just do with, we just got done traveling for 3 weeks. We did 100-degree temperature swing from -50 below to 71, in and out of unhealthy environments, really smoky areas for some of the family members that smoke and stuff like that. So I think it just took, it kind of beat up my system and that definitely messes up with my sinuses, because kind of like you, I'm allergic to pretty much everything outside anyway, and smoke, cats, all that. But I knocked that sinus infection out in 3 days, which is the shortest I've ever knocked one out. But yeah, I have all my different natural stuff that I do. I only use Mucinex when I really have to, but other than that, Navage, all the natural stuff that I do, I drink the honey tea with, because the honey, garlic, all that's got natural. We could go on, but anyway, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Darlene. I really appreciate you taking the time. And anyone that is interested in more information about what Darlene is talking about, please reach out and contact her. She is a wealth of information and knowledge on that, and a beautiful person to work with. And I really appreciate everybody being here with us this afternoon. We will be back on Monday with Dr. Sherry Bainbridge from Holistic Collaborations at 3 o'clock live. So hopefully you all join us then. But until then, have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully we actually got snow. We were 65 degrees yesterday. I got about 3 inches of snow out there melting right now, but that's okay. Enjoy your weekend. And Darlene, thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.